What's happening?
Can't hear you. Is it me or
Oh,
you?
oh, you can't hear me? Hmm. Oh, that's a great question. It says my mic's working, but I can hear you. Um, hmm. Let me see. Edit mic settings. Hold up.
There we go. That was me.
Oh, okay. Cool, cool. What's happening? How are you doing?
All right, how are you?
I'm good, man. Yesterday, I find myself as I get older, small inconveniences annoy me more than ever. Like,
Yeah.
I can be having a great day and, just the smallest thing it's really not even that big of a deal will just, ah, it'll just, mm. So yesterday I was, going to pay mortgage, and for whatever reason, they redid their website or whatever, and so my whole account, I couldn't log in. I had to make a new account. I had to go find my loan number. I had to reconnect my bank, like all that stuff. And it just things like that just drive me up a wall.
I remember when we bought our first house, like 2 or 3 years into it, they sold our mortgage to another bank, which
Oh,
like they don't fucking tell you about until you get
yeah.
like the notice.
Yeah.
And then you gotta go. I'm like trying to make my mortgage payment, and I'm like, what the fuck, man? It's like it says it doesn't exist. I gotta go download a new app, make a new account, enter new account information, and
Yeah.
then get the shit through before you're fucking late into payments.
Yeah,
Bullshit.
exactly. And that type of stuff just like, oh. And I'll be real, when I go into, like, just a negative kind of mindset like that, I've always been like this. It's kinda hard to reverse me out of it.
Yeah,
Like,
I hear you.
I just I'm trying to be better about that. I'm a work in progress, but yeah. Shay's good though. She does the whole like, "Hey, like, it's getting paid, like, this is just a little inconvenience, we're gonna figure everything out," and, like, I need that talk down because I'll just go, like, here and stay
There's
there.
a lot of talk. Like people always talk about like what makes a good marriage or what makes you last, man. I really think it's the fact that you and your significant other have different triggers. Like as long as the triggers are different, you can
Yeah,
get through
yeah.
most of anything.
Yeah. Yeah. If our triggers were the same, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
We always did say though, if we had kids, like we both definitely have little hot tempers. I mean, I
Yeah.
did too. I was like, oh man, if we had kids, I don't. And just the way I acted growing up, I know I'd probably be blessed with a kid that does just the same. So yeah.
That's my wife and I had our son, and he got to like 3 or 4, and he was like like in relative terms, fantastic, super easy. We looked at each other like there's no fucking way the second one's going to be as good as the second one's going to be a fucking terror.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
we just didn't do it.
yeah, yeah,
Let me fill up my water real quick.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Where's the rest of the guys? Brendan. Sorry, people. Dead air, dead air. I'm just seeing who else is getting on tonight. And I really don't know because I just send out the invites and maybe people show up. Yeah. So when Mike gets a water, when Mike comes back, I have a question for him because I know how I feel about straws. Oh, here we go. The silver fox himself. The silver fox himself. And look at that background. Oh, I can't hear you. I can't hear you. You figured it out last time. I have faith. I have faith in you. You can figure it out. You did it last time. Nothing. You figured it out last time. I have faith that he'll do it this time. Come on, Brendan. Troubleshoot, baby. You
The
got
neon
this.
sign is dope, though.
It is dope. I kind of want one myself. I actually have one in here. It's like a bicep flexing like this, but it's on like the wall in front of me, so nobody can see it.
The camera doesn't like me now. What the fuck?
This is what the pod's all about. We just troubleshoot. Oh, mute. Come on, Silver Fox. Nope, can't hear nothing, bro.
Now you can.
Now I can. There you are.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know what I gotta figure this whole microphone shit out.
Your sign looks good, bro.
Yeah, it looks dope.
Yeah, it does. I like it a lot.
Can't complain.
I got one in the garage and I got one in here. I was telling Mike that's like a bicep flexing, but it's like in front of me so nobody can see it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Mike, what are your thoughts on straws and do you use them?
Hey!
I do use a straw with this one.
There we go.
I love this cup.
What the fuck, man?
It is what it is, man. They're doing their damnedest though with these fucking paper straws to make you not want to use one. I refuse to use a paper straw.
Yeah, I don't either. Is that a Stanley? Is that what that is?
Yeti.
Yeti. Nice.
Yeah.
Good. Manly.
You telling
Much
me you don't
manly.
use a straw with a McDonald's Coke? Get the fuck out of here. It just
Yeah,
tastes
come
better
on,
than a
bro.
straw.
For
Okay,
sure.
Like, yeah. I'm saying that like home or a Yeti or anything like that. No, I'm not.
This one I got no choice. It's all I can do because this is just a straw hole. I would look like an idiot.
Yeah. For some reason, water intake to me is easier through a straw. I don't know why. There's no rhyme or reason to it. There's no science behind it. It's just better. Don't laugh at me.
I get it. It makes sense.
It does make sense.
Can't explain it, but it makes sense.
Yeah, that's right. So I kind of was like, let's just kind of skip over the Arnold UK. I mean, we can talk about it for a second, but
It's
let's
what we
be
thought
honest.
it was, right?
It was really boring. No offense to anybody, but as far as like a knee jerker of a competition, it was not.
No, it was bad.
Yeah.
It's obviously there's a whole bunch of other shit you could say about it, but without getting into specifics, it really sucks when a show like that. Not only do I think they're probably limiting the Arnold a little too much, like is 8 guys really an open show on the Arnold level? I don't know. But it really sucks when your first call out is essentially 3 guys that are off and then 1 guy who nailed it.
Yeah.
And it's like there's not even like it's not even close.
Yeah. It was underwhelming, and that's no offense to anybody who competed in it. It's hard to go from watching the Arnold Ohio to the UK. And
the shittier part is I think, and I maybe I'm too harsh on people, but I think bodybuilding fans as a whole are some of the worst because there's really no other endeavor where like the gap between what a fan understands and what an athlete goes through is wider.
Yeah.
And I don't care how good you are, what level you're at in this sport, doing shows back to back a week or 2 apart with international travel, like missing is almost more certain than nailing it. Right. And I know it's your job. I'm not making excuses for people. If this is what you do for a living, you should be hitting more than you miss. But I think people really underestimate how much of a bitch it is to do this consistently. I mean, even if I'm not traveling internationally, doing shows back to back in the same week is really fucking hard. 2 weeks is even still a struggle to get yourself back pulled down and tight. I just don't think people get it.
Yeah, no, I don't think they do either. Before I go on with this, Brendan, how's the injury healing up? Oh, you just muted yourself.
Just screwing around with this microphone. Yeah, no. It's
Yeah,
going
right.
good.
You had to fart.
Honestly, I've been just doing my own physical therapy. I mean, you're going to send me there twice a week to tell me shit I already know how to do at this point. And
give a strength and physique athlete a 3-pound fucking blue little band to do this shit with over and over again. It's like I can look this up and do this at home.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. So I mean, like, Like mobility, like I actually have a friend who's a physical therapist, and they said that 5.5 weeks post surgery, and I'm already at like 8 to 8.5 weeks, like physical. Already.
Oh, nice.
You crush
I'm already ahead of
and all
the
that.
game. Yeah, I'm already ahead of the game. Mobility wise, like I can already lift my arm over my head.
Nice.
With zero pain.
Wow.
But I'm playing it smart, and I'm not gonna lift anything with that left arm as far as like shoulders or bicep. And even Chris said it too. He's like, do not fucking touch it until 10 weeks.
Yeah.
He goes,
That's
you
fair.
need at least 10 weeks for everything to heal properly. He goes, you want to do band work, you want to do like 2 to 5 pound weights, like fine. But nothing goes higher than that. Like keep it within realm. And then just like I told you, I thought I was going to be able to salvage like the 26 season. And I'm like, do I really want to throw myself right into prep as soon as I come off this injury? And I'm like,
yeah.
no,
Yeah.
it's not worth it to me. So I'm just going to, like I told you, I'm going to do Detroit, and then I'm going to do Rhode Island next year.
Hell yeah. I like to hear that. That's good.
Yeah.
Good.
He kind of wants a vengeance tour.
Hell yeah. To go back to the Arnold just for a second, I only want to bring this. I don't really care to talk about that much, but I just wanted to get your guys' thoughts. I was listening to like I think it was Fuad, Ian, and I forget the guy's name that runs
Joe.
No, he runs the bodybuilding page that he does the Fuad does the news with now. Suki. Yeah. And they were talking about Martin. And Fuad had said maybe Martin's look was on purpose, right? Like they were trying to bring a fuller or just mess around. I don't know Martin, but I would highly doubt that's his personality. Do you guys think it was probably a miss, or do you think it was more of just I'm already qualified, let's just have fun?
I think it was that because of everything, all the stress that he endured the last like couple weeks.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
Mike, what do you think?
Without getting into specifics, because I don't want to, I know probably a little bit too much. The stress thing is huge. We all know Martin wasn't on in Ohio. If you're not on the first show, being on for the second show gets even harder because they're 2 weeks apart, right? Yeah. So how much damage can you do to your conditioning, and not damage, but how much can you improve your conditioning in what's essentially 10 days, right? Because you carved up heavy as fuck for Ohio, and you got 10 days until you got to do it again. You can make some progress, but not all. Stress is going to murder that. And it looks like they just went hard as fuck on the food. And that's the first time I've seen Martin's midsection look poor like that. And I just think they made the wrong call. I think at some point, how many choices do you have, right? If you're not going to be peeled, you got to be huge, right? Yeah. So I think they overplayed their hand on the fullness side of things, and it didn't pan out. And it's not going to pan out for a lot of people if Andrew is sitting next to you and he's looking his best, as good as he ever has, right? So
for sure. No,
you could definitely tell. Yeah, you could definitely tell it was he had way too much. He just ate way too much fucking food, because you could tell by the lower back too. You can see the ripples in his lower back, and they were a little thicker than what you normally. I mean, that's at least how I could tell by Martin when he went and hit that back double, and it was way thicker on that lower back. I'm like, ooh, he's carrying a little water.
Yeah. One thing I will say that I dislike is how quick everybody is to just turn on bodybuilders with a bad showing. You know, like this whole, is Martin cooked? Is it over? Is his just like, guys,
he's not even 30 yet. Is his career over? Get the fuck out of here.
He had a couple not as great showings. Like the guy is top 5 in the world. He knows, they know what the fuck they're doing. Like I hate that. I gotta stay off of social media more.
Yeah, and I mean, not to bring them any more attention, but you guys will probably already know who I'm good, because I know some of you liked it. My comment, it's like someone posted, going from first in Prague to, fourth at the O to fourth in UK or Ohio to fifth and whatever. It's like, bro, those are like the 3 out of 4 of those are the hardest shows on the entire schedule, and he's placing top 5 in all of them.
Yeah.
In what world is that some rapid decline?
Yeah. That's
I don't-
insane. It
I
is
don't
insane.
understand.
Ranson, what's up, man?
Not too much, brother. Not too much.
How you doing? I noticed you've been doing some driveway training, some sled pulls and stuff like that.
Yeah, man. It's incorporating some of it. It's just fun, you know.
Yeah.
It's for you, buddy.
Tism tunt.
Hey guys, my name's Retard.
Mike Gondell doesn't know the banana story with Chris.
Oh yeah. I would love to get that video, Chris, somehow.
Give me that banana.
Oh shit. Do it right now.
We're gonna do this live on the podcast.
let's do it.
This is a clip in the making.
Give me the banana.
All right.
I can't eat it, so you're gonna have to do something with that.
My
Feed it to the
big
deer or something.
Real quick.
Feed it to the deer.
Yeah.
Hey, can you bring my mouse too?
All right, here we go. Here we go.
Oh,
It
boy.
looks like this. It's on the kitchen counter.
Don't do it in front of the kids.
Oh my god. He's giving us a side profile.
Oh, let's
That's
see this shit.
crazy. Oh my lord.
You look way too experienced with that, brother.
What?
Not even
You
a
look
warning.
way too experienced doing that.
That is getting fucking clipped all day.
Oh man.
I can't.
That's crazy.
Okay.
Yeah. How's prep going, Chris?
It's going good.
Good.
I'm doing a new split for prep. I'm gonna try the whole frequency again. It's so far so good.
Nice.
So
Now,
I really
what is
sit down and think about it. What are we gonna say?
what is a frequency for you? Was the change?
So like before I would only do like chest 1 day a week, shoulders 1 day a week, back 1 day a week. And I would usually split up and do quads and hams on each day. And I'd add arms. I'd usually do biceps with shoulders and triceps with chest. What I'm doing this time is like whatever my total volume was on those days, I'm splitting into 2 sessions. So like yesterday was chest, well, push. So I did like a 30-degree incline Smith machine press. Then I did a 60-degree incline Smith machine press. Then I did a JM press. Then it was like a unilateral lateral raise. Then it was a pec deck fly. Then it was Condell push downs. I ended with that. It works good. And then today was like 3 back movements, 1 pull down, 2 rows, rear delt, 2 hamstring movements, stiff legs and seated hamstring curls. And then I did 1 bicep exercise. And then and then I kind of do the same type of workout on Thursday and Friday. I adjust the exercises in order. The only thing I don't train twice a week is quads because I just do not recover.
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah.
I feel that. Nice, man. That's good. That's good. So I got a interesting question from not a client of mine, but somebody reached out. And I think this is I think we'll all have similar thoughts on this, but obviously our own unique takes. And he asked me, in essence, when should you start coaching and how would one go about starting to coach?
Everyone's a coach, man. You can just do it.
This is true.
Just do 1 show.
Just yeah,
Or don't even do a show.
Yeah.
that too.
Be an
Yeah.
influencer.
Just use Chat GPT to make some bullet point captions and then just be a self-proclaimed guru with 0 experience, but all your shit looks good.
Yep.
I think Goob gets this question a lot. You guys know who Goob is, right?
Yeah.
And his answer is the best, I think. It's like, if you want to do this, then start doing it with people you know who are close to you, family, friends, for free, right? And you'll know pretty soon, 1, if you're good at it, and 2, if you like it. And if you're not both of those things, then you shouldn't fucking be doing it, right?
Yeah.
That's pretty easy to figure out quick. And at some point, you'll know when it's time to start charging money for it, right? If you're getting the results and it's taking up enough of your time that it's no longer just like a thing you do on the side, then make the jump. But the problem is that everybody wants to be an expert now. And it's the same thing with training, with peptides. Everyone reads 1 ebook, 1 study, 1
It's all regurgitated
content. Yeah, it's all the same shit, just like flexed with AI a little bit. So by the time you hear it, it's like a 100-person long game of telephone. And then everyone wants to, and we've built this coaching thing into this highly polarized thing where like it's either A or B, it's either black or white, it's either this or that, and it's never that, right? If you're good at this, it's never A or B. It's probably somewhere in the middle or C.
100%. I told him, much like what you said, Goob was saying, right? Like from 2014 to 2018, I coached local guys for free. I didn't charge a penny. I just got good at getting people in shape and putting decent and then good and then really good packages on stage. And once I was confident in my processes, and I listened to every podcast, right? I went to seminars. I did all those things. And once I got comfortable with the product I was putting out, then I started charging a minimal, like $100 a month, right? Like
That's
very, very small.
That's where I started. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think so one thing he had said when he was asking me is he was like, well, I reached out to this coaching company, right? That runs a course on how to coach and then tells you how to set up your business. It's only $3,000. And I wasn't even aware that like this is a thing. Have you guys heard of stuff like this?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The whole like funnel thing.
Yeah.
It's like some of these people that have like been coaches now, it's like, oh, now we're business coaches, and it's like we guarantee you'll have this many clients within this. Like it's all horseshit.
Yeah, it's
just a way for them to fucking con people out of money from what it looks like.
Well, so I want to add a different aspect to that. So there's someone that's very close to Ashlyn and I that uses AR funnel as a service to help get her clients.
Uh-huh.
She's pulling in like 20 to 25K a month, and she's actually a good coach, but she uses a service to get leads and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
And and then there was two other people I know who. You ever seen those posts where it's like, I'm looking for 5 dedicated individuals?
Yeah.
So here's the thing, right? There's a company that helps run that for you. And they basically, you make a high dollar ticket item through coaching. And what they do is they blast out with all their contacts and they get you clients. And whenever, like, let's say someone signs up for a $3,000 program, right? You only have to pay them 10%. So they only get paid when you get paid. Right. And I know one person specifically who's a very, very close friend of mine. He made $70K in 1 month doing this.
Wow.
What?
$70K. Yeah. I mean, granted, he's an Olympian, and whatnot. So he's got a good following and stuff like that, but it works. And I have at least 100 DMs in my inbox with this type of thing. And I've just never actually done it yet, but I have heard a lot of good results from AR funnel and then some of these companies, but a lot of these other people, like, I help make millions of dollars, and they're full of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The first time I saw one of those, what is it? AR? Is it AR?
AR funnel. Yeah.
I think I saw like, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I saw like Branch Warren's story and I said, what? Somebody hacked Branch's page? Like, what's going on here? It kind of threw me off because I was like, bro, I'm sure you could have as many clients as you want always. Also, a second thing is like, I understand coaching can be very lucrative, but I wonder a lot of times how many of these coaches enjoy this process.
Right.
Yeah. Are you loving what you're doing? It's kind of like it's kind of like the conversation we had the other night in our group message. Like, what are you doing this for? Are you doing this to be an influencer and make money that way? Or are you doing it because you love the sport? Like,
yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think there's definitely one path. And I mean, not one path. I mean, like it's far few and in between where somebody loves what they do, loves helping out people, but loves making money at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the part about this that I think people miss when they say, I want to coach, how do I do it, is I don't think people understand how quickly shit changes when you make a hobby your job. And it completely changes the outlook and how things feel to you when you do it, right? Because it's not I want to help people, and now it's I have to help people.
Yeah.
And obviously that's a mindset thing, right? But it does change. Like it there's no way you're not going to tell me that the guys that only bodybuild, their only income is bodybuilding. That doesn't change the outlook on their bodybuilding, because it has to, right? Because it's a completely different situation. And if you're going to make the jump into trying to do this full time with a service that's going to help you get clients, you better be damn fucking sure you really enjoy this shit, because very quickly you're going to find yourself in a hole with more clients than you want to help, even if the money's good, and you're going to want to quit. And it's not just coaching either. It's not bodybuilding either. I think most of you guys can probably speak for it in some capacity. When it becomes a job, things are different.
Yeah, for sure. Brendan, you recently made the switch to a full-time coach from a career outside of bodybuilding. What was, did mentally it change for you at all? Or is like,
No, I still like, I think a lot of it, like, to be honest with you, coaching has always come natural to me. And I think it was because it was forced right out of the gate. When I went straight out of high school, I went right into coaching swimming. And I mean, like, I'm 21 years old and I have 150 athletes ages 6 to 18 on a swim team. And I have 6 assistant coaches, and I have multiple levels that kids are at, like, swim wise. So, and it's a nonprofit, like, it was a nonprofit team as well. So, like, you have every aspect of finances and dealing with parents, and then some people not having the funds to do it, and coaching the kids, and working with different personalities as far as like the coaching staff goes and everything like that. So as far as that goes, like I said, coaching has always come naturally to me, and it's something I love to do. Like, if I could get rid of everything else besides the aspect of working one-on-one with like the athletes and the swimmers and everything like that, I would have done it. And I always said, like, I always say this to, you know, anyone that's getting into coaching and they ever have to deal with parents. Like, if you could coach a team and they were all orphans, you'd be fucking golden.
Dude, I see that even with like parents at
parents are the parents were and have been and always will be the biggest fucking problem when it comes to kids in sports.
Dude, there's parents at my daughter's gymnastics, dude, that, like, I mean, these are like 6-year-olds and under, and like there's some parents that are like pushing their kid to like they literally have their kid in multiple different gymnastics schools, paying multiple different coaches to coach them, and like the kid's like doesn't really want to do it, and the parents are almost getting mad at their kid for like not doing that great, because I mean they're like, I don't know, she's probably like 4 or 5, and it's like she's very tiny, and like it's like, okay, you're okay at this, but not really. It's like, I mean, my kid is more of a freak than anybody else. I mean, she's done 2 competitions and she's won overall at both of them. And you know, some people like have athleticism at the beginning, but then you have these parents that like maybe they competed at something in college or high school, and they're trying to shove it on their kids from like that young. Is insane.
And some of it is the parents never even grew up in sports and just don't know how to handle it, and they're just pushing their kids. Because when I grew up, I was on a higher level, like, competitive team, and there was a 14-year-old girl on that team, and I'm still friends with her and her mother to this day. But she was 14 years old, making Olympic qualification times, and her mom drove her into the fucking ground. She qualified for the Olympics, went to Olympic trials, made the team, and then quit.
Wow.
Didn't even go to the Olympics because her mom drove her right into the fucking ground.
That's crazy.
Yeah, she got fed up with it, man.
14 years old. So if it's like my personal advice, don't drive, like, don't do that. If you have kids out there and you're listening, don't. Dude, be competitive and push them and be supportive, but let them do it on their own. If that's something that they want, let them tell you that they fucking
yes, dude. I agree with that so much. Like, me and my wife
keep talking. I'll be right back.
Me and my wife are very big on, like, I'm not I'm never going to sit there and push my kids to go to practices. I'm never going to push them to actually do any certain sport. If they tell me they want to do it, I will help them any way I can. I will encourage them to, practice more and work on their skills, but I'm never going to sit there and like force them to do it, because I've seen so many situations like you just said, Brendan, where like I've seen people who are super gifted, and their parents just like pushed and pushed and pushed, and they got so burnt out on it and just quit, like when they could have gone extremely far.
Yeah.
I think that there has to be some degree of push from the parents, but they have to do it in a way where like they
Supportive.
Yeah, and they also need to do it in a way where like they help lead their kid to see how good they are, so that they want to do it.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
'Cause
but it's coming more from a supportive side than, hey, you have to go do this now.
Yep.
Yeah.
I remember one time I was playing baseball, and I was not doing so good in one of my math classes, so I had a test the next day. So I was like, I need to study for this. And I remember my dad was like, "You're a fucking pussy. Get to the fucking baseball field." And then, and then my dad's like, "Dude, we're one person short. Like, you need to show up. They're going to forfeit the game." And I went there and ended up having like a walk-off home run, which was sweet. You know what I mean? But like, and it was awesome. But like, I had to have my dad, help push me for that one, just because I was in my own head. You know what I mean? Sometimes you need that push, but it's tough when the parents like just keep riding your ass, because
Yeah.
you get burnt out really easy. They can get stressed out with a lot of other things in school. Maybe they don't talk to their parents about it. And I've seen some crazy parents over the years too do some shit.
I got a question for it, more geared towards Mike, Ranson, and Brendan, because you guys are parents, and I'm a stepdad, but I have a certain like boundary of where I'm not pushing for certain things, right? Staying on this topic, what are your guys' thoughts of like, all right, let's say your son or daughter doesn't really have motivation to do much, right? Like, do you think at that point it's a parent's obligation, or it's right for the parent to push a child into trying these things? Or is that like, no, my child just doesn't want to do these things, we're not going to do them?
I think
I think it depends for one on the age.
Mhm.
Yeah.
At a young age, don't push your kids into doing stuff. They're going to figure out stuff they like on their own. Maybe give them like, hey, we're going to sign you up for basketball. See if you like it. And it's in my household, it's always been like, all right, if we're going to sign you up for this, and you're going to do it, you're at least going to finish the season out. You don't have to do it from then on ever again, but you're going to finish out what you start. That way it gives you time to sit there and go, hey, do I like this? Do I not? If they're young, putting a kid in multiple different sports, or having them trying different things, I don't think is bad. But I see too many parents that are like, telling their kids like, you have to do football, you have to do this, you have to do this. Like, honestly, I've experienced in my household. My oldest, she is a stepdaughter. To me, I've raised her, she's just 5, so I just call her my daughter. But and that's how I see her. But her dad is very much like, you have to do sports.
Mhm.
She's honestly not the most talented athletically. She's not. She's super intelligent, very bright, very smart, very gifted with other things, and has more interest in things like possibly doing theater and stuff. And her dad's like fucking against it.
Yeah.
And it's like, she wants to do that. She's just turned 13. Like, she wants to do that. Why not let her do that? Instead of like, he's forced her for the past few years to play softball.
Yeah.
And like, she does it now just because she wants to be more on a team, just hanging out with friends, and she actually gives a shit about the sport. She doesn't give a fuck about actually competing or anything. And it's gotten to the point where like, she hates being around her dad most of the times, because he's always trying to push her into stuff that she doesn't want to do.
Yeah.
Instead of being supportive of like asking what she wants to try or anything else. With her, I've always been like, I don't care what you do. I don't care if you do a sport. Like, if you love to do something else, I'm going to support you and do whatever you want to do. I want to see you happy and thriving, enjoying what you want, not what I want. Like, she wrestled not this past year, but the last year, which was awesome for me. I loved it. It was cool because I wrestled, and I got to share that with her. You know, I was like, you know, we had a moment one time where she was getting frustrated with stuff. I was like, look, I don't care if you never wrestle again. I would love for you to continue wrestling. I know you really don't enjoy it that much. Like, I can see. It's not hard for me to see that you don't really enjoy it. You're there to be with, like, your teammates and stuff. But really, the only reason you're doing it is because you want the 3 athlete award that they give you in school. I was like, that's a stupid reason to even be on a team anyways, to get some stupid award that means nothing. It's like, you're going to be much happier, and I'm going to be much happier. Everyone's going to be much happier if you just do something else you'd rather do.
Yeah.
And she like looked at me all weird, just like, you don't care if I don't do this? I was like, no, I don't care if you don't do it anymore. I would love for you to keep wrestling. It's cool for me. It's something we could share, but like, I'm never going to force you to do that. Like, because I know you don't enjoy doing it.
Yeah, for sure.
I've adapted the same mentality that is right there, because Addison.
And how old yours?
She's 10.
10.
So Addison has never been involved in any sports. She shoots. She's good. She's good at playing basketball right now. But me as a father, like, I'm not going to force anything on my kids. You like arts and crafts, and she loves arts and crafts, loves coloring and the art form of it and everything like that. And she's very, very, very smart. And I haven't pushed anything on her. If she wants to do it and she wants to try it, all right, let's do it. It's going to be her decision, not mine. I'm not going to force her into anything that she wants to do. I think that's the wrong direction. And I think parents that force it upon kids are just, you're going to distance yourself from your kid at some point in time.
100%.
I feel that I have a better relationship with my daughter than I've ever had, because I don't force things on her. I let her learn on her own. She has questions, she asks, but I let her do her own thing.
Yeah.
So I have mostly the same outlook. Go ahead, Chris.
No. You can go ahead first. You're the dad.
I have mostly the same outlook. Obviously, before you guys get into it, I said I think you need to push, but not in the sense of like, because I've seen, I competed at just the highest levels you could up till college in soccer and track. I've seen kids in those sports or in other sports, like neighborhood kids, get pushed hard as fuck by their parents and like be really, really, really good athletes, and then get to college and say, "Nah, I'm fucking done with this. I hate this. Right? I don't even enjoy this anymore." So when I say push, I mean, it has to be situational. Like, my son has trouble with confidence, right? So even if he loves something, he's not going to express it to you willingly. So my wife and I are looking for things to get him involved. So like, we kind of found like, hey, what do you think about golf? Right? It's fucking Florida. There's a golf course everywhere. It's not contact. It's solo. This is like the lowest barrier to entry for someone who's not predisposed to aggression or contact and all that. So we kind of pushed him in it, and now he loves it. He found basketball recently, which, like, sorry, kid, I'm 5'6" on my good days, and my wife's 5'2", and we're both white. Like, probably not going anywhere. But he likes it, so he's starting it. So, and this is actually a really cool parallel you're drawing here, because we started this talking about coaching. Right now we're into parenting. And I think all these concepts kind of stay the same for both. It's just that in coaching, you have a much narrower scope, right? Because when you're a coach that the kids that are here, or the athletes that are here, whatever it is level you're at, are here for a specific thing, which allows you to narrow your focus and really drive down to only that, that effort. But the ideals of it and the concepts of it don't change for parenting either. It's like the best coaches I've had would be good parents, or were good parents. And the shitty coaches I know probably had terrible relationships with their kids, right?
Yeah.
So
100%, dude. That's like nail on the head.
Yeah.
It carries the same way. So I think, and I mentioned ran away here for a second for the book I was looking for. I can't find it. But if you're listening out there and you've got kids, or you're someone younger who's like wanting to get into something serious, trying to perform, trying to be elite, whatever. The book is called Outliers. I forget the name of the author. It's on Amazon. But it basically digs into like the best of the best of like the most obscure things. It goes from, I think, hockey to like famous painters to it gives a ton of examples of the extreme outliers of performance in any given field. And the main takeaway is that like we as a society have kind of focused in on specializing people way too early. And it's not just sports, even though sports is the easy one, right? Because we have all these clinics and the 4-season athletes doing the same sport, and the strength training, and the in Europe it's even crazier. You're getting recruited by a professional team at like 8 years old, and you're in their academy and all this shit. But basically the book says that like we have no evidence that driving your kids that hard that early and trying to specialize them does anything for their end performance. It doesn't actually linearly impact the output at teenage years, early 20s, college, pros, Olympics, whatever.
Interesting.
So like it's a very interesting read, because it's a bit disjointed because it kind of hops around to all these examples, but in totality it gives you a great picture of what this actually looks like in practice and what's actually going on out there. And I don't know when we got this way. I mean, we're all roughly the same age. I mean, club sports was big for me when I was an athlete, but I wasn't pushed into it in like the single digit years. I wouldn't play a club sport and pay to be on a team until I was 11, 12, probably. Right. But now you've got parents dishing out $5,000 a season to put their kid in club soccer at 8 years old. You're driving 2 hours each way to a game in a different state, practicing 4 days a week, 4 seasons a year. Something's got to break, and more often than not, it's going to be your kid's mentality. Right? And once you get there, man, digging the hole is a whole lot deeper than getting out of it.
Yeah, I'm kind of struggling that just like slightly, just because. I mean, yeah, dude, like gymnastics, competitive gymnastics is stupid expensive. Like, dude, like she's my daughter who's doing that she's 6, and the amount of money that like we have to pay for that it's so asinine.
Gymnastics is a crazy one though, right? Because like it's always been that way. Gymnastics is like a you peak before you can drive a car thing.
But like it's one of those things where she where like we had her in just regular classes, and she was just like, I want to do competitions. I heard they do competitions. I'm like, me and wife were like, I mean, okay, because like for us it was like, well, why don't you just keep doing the normal classes? And our daughters was just like, no, I want to compete. I'm like, all right, not really my choice to have you to quite do this early, but you want to do it, whatever. I mean, she's crushing it. Her last meet she did like a couple weeks ago, she won the overall. She didn't win every event, and she was so pissed off she didn't win every event. I don't know where she got that from. But like, it's I'm never gonna push her into forcing competition. And it's kind of like you said, Mike, like there's so many parents who force their kids into like travel ball or all these leagues that they're paying so much for, like right off the bat. Before, like I've known of like families who they push their kids into it before they've even like done a regular season of any kind of just like rec league at all.
Dude,
they put them right into a fucking travel ball like type thing. I'm like, what are you fucking doing?
Dude, it was insane what I saw swimming wise, because the Asian parents were the fucking worst. I'm not joking, and this is not anything towards them. I'm not racist or anything like that. But I'll tell you, the work ethic with them and their parents, they have these kids swimming anywhere between 10 to 15 hours a week, doing dry land, doing violin lessons, and then pre-SATs at 12 years old.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Brendan, that's a very common cultural thing.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, for sure.
1,000%, because I had several kids on my club team at 17 years old get perfect scores on their SATs.
Crazy.
Perfect scores.
Full boat ride to Harvard.
Holy shit.
Do you guys remember the SATs?
Yeah.
I had to take it when there was 3 sections. It was out of 2,400 for me.
I remember sitting in a room for many hours and didn't want to fucking be there. That's about all I remember about it.
I tried to remove them from my active memory.
When I took mine, we only went up to 1,600, but I got a 1,440.
Okay, Chris.
So, I mean, I was National Honor Society in high school and top of my class. So,
Tism for the win.
You're gonna need to change that name there. You're gonna get a 2200 on your SAT or 1400 on your SATs, and
for
then
the win.
rep autism.
What?
Um,
Yeah, Ashlyn got like a 21 something when she took hers at 14.
So she took the one with the English on it. Yeah.
Well, Ashlyn.
That's what I did. Yeah.
When Ashlyn graduated high school at 18, she also graduated college with her bachelor's.
what?
She was
Wait,
in a
What's going on over there, man?
So she was in a
Shit,
program.
right?
She was in when we were in college, 14. Yeah, Ashlyn was in college at 14 and high school.
How the fuck is that possible?
She literally went. She had this like program that they were in, and they paid for her whole college too. She didn't have to pay shit.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Jeez.
Good job, Ashlyn. That's impressive as hell.
Yeah, I have no idea what it's like.
I was about to say
smart.
my SAT score, but now I'll
Yeah.
Ashlyn was like,
Graduated college at the same
Ashlyn had zero high school experience. Like, never went to a prom. Like,
Yeah.
nothing. You know what I mean? So like,
Well, so that's huge. I'm glad you said that, because that's like the end point of this conversation as far as I'm concerned, right? It's like we can talk about what it means to be an athlete and if it's valuable to be pushing your kids like that, but at the end of the day, for me, the worst part of this is that these kids don't get to be kids. And you're seeing this, and not that we want to bring this always back to bodybuilding, but it's what we're doing. So that's the thing that kills me right now about bodybuilding, is like it's become this cultish social media thing where kids are jumping in at 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And I've had clients try to come to me, or that have come to me, to want to do this that early. And I'm like, look, man, go play 3 seasons of sports, go to your prom, go hang out with your friends, stay up till 3 a.m. playing video games. Like,
absolutely.
I'm not going to advise you to do this, but go have a couple drinks before you should and have fun in the woods with your friends. Like, do some shit that makes you a kid, because this shit only lasts till you're 18, man. Once you're in college, like, for the most part, like, that's over with. You get responsibilities again. And especially in the bodybuilding sense, this shit is always going to be here, right? Because we get guys doing this into their 40s. But if you're going to take away your kid's childhood because you want to live vicariously through them because they're good at the sport you wanted to be good at, like, get the fuck out.
Yep.
Yeah.
I just think, I have 2 nephews, my younger sister's kids. And, I think it's because my parents did this really well with me, where I think parents should really empower their kids' creativity, because it does, improve their creative thinking, critical thinking skills. And also too, it allows them to have a sense of individuality.
Yeah.
And I think that's very, very important, because they can kind of figure out what they like and what they don't like.
Yeah. 100%. Very well said. Very well said. That was I like that was organic as hell, guys. Good job. You want organic? Great.
We give it to you.
Hey, absolutely.
Yeah. So here's an interesting question. We kind of were talking about in the group chat, not fully, and I'm not saying anybody's at this point yet, but what do you guys look forward to post bodybuilding, and what are you nervous about and hesitant when it all comes to an end?
I look forward to not having to watch what I eat and not eating so much.
Yeah. Yeah.
I said this to Jacoby in the gym. I was like, the number one thing I look forward to is eating when I'm hungry.
Yes.
Yeah. And sometimes waiting till I'm just like extremely hungry to eat.
Yeah. For sure. Yeah. I agree. I think that's the big one for me too.
I'm looking forward to just like traveling a bit more and enjoying other things in life. And believe me, this has been a very, very hot topic on my mind as of late, just because I am up there in age. And it's like, I know as soon as it's gone, I'm going to miss the hell out of it.
Of course. Of course. Of course. I think about it a lot too. That I think I'm already at the point where I'm trying to mentally soften the blow when it does come, whether that's next year, whether that's 3 or 4 years from now. But as much as I think I don't like to admit bodybuilding has become part of my personality, because I hate to say, like, I'm Mike the bodybuilder. We are all, it's there, right? Like,
yeah,
Mike, you're Mike the 212 competitor. Ransom, you're the pro bodybuilder. Like, it is part of
We've all been doing this like a decade at least.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So like there's no taking that away. It is a big part of who we are.
For sure. For sure. And I think as much as I hate like the pride part is like, I'm not just a bodybuilder. Like I am somewhat scared of who am I going to be
After.
when the muscle's gone, when the stage is gone, and it's finding yourself again, right? Because it takes it's hard to find yourself in life as it is. Now take away that persona in that personality that you've been for the last decade and a half.
Yeah.
That's a scary thought, man. Honestly.
It is.
Like I've recently just like with being all season, and honestly I haven't trained much the past 3 weeks. Life's been crazy. Went to Disney, fucking like the Arnold, and right before the Arnold, a week and a half, 2 weeks before, got an umbilical hernia that I'm having surgery on next weekend. So but keeping training fairly light, and literally been thinking in my head like just a little bit of like what are some other things I can do, especially while recovering, so I'm not so sole focused on training. Because like I just want to train. I love training so fucking much, and like having anything derail my training or get me out of the gym, dude, I hate it because I don't know what to fucking do with myself then. Like I literally have no clue what to do. And so like I've literally, especially the past 2 weeks, been sitting here and like coming up with different projects that I'm going to be diving in head first around the house, of like things to like, from like making upgrades to like our fire pit, or like building on to like the swing set and like play set that we have, of things that are going to like highly occupy my time when I'm recovering a bit to where until I can go like full force back into training again.
Yeah.
But like I hate the thought of not training. Like I'm gonna be like fucking like Dave Tate putting duct tape on myself to train some days, and just to fucking do it, even though I'm gonna be in pain. Just like whatever I can do just to do like a percentage of what I've done before. Like that's gonna be me when I'm fucking like 60. As long as I make it that long, I know it's going to. I'm always gonna train. And the thought of not being able to train to me is like terrifying.
Yeah, I struggle with that too, because I'm very much an extreme person. So like if I do something, I do it.
You have to be.
100%.
You can't do this and not be extreme.
Yeah.
That's the whole fucking
So, like,
point.
None of us who go to a national level can be not be extreme about this. Like
no, but I mean like if I'm done doing competitive bodybuilding and I'm still training in the gym, like I'm still gonna want to go full fucking blast.
Yeah.
If I can't do that, I'm just not gonna fucking train anymore.
Yeah. Yes.
That's that right there. I'm like, shit,
There's an off switch. There's only an on and off switch. There's no in between.
Yeah. But like the week that the deload week that I took off, I mean, I went out and did some normal things just because I knew prep was coming. But there was one Sunday where Ash and I met a friend. We walked on a flea market for like 5 hours. It was huge. And I bought some Funko Pop toys. Like I was just hunting for
all of those you bought.
Yeah. I was hunting for like two particular ones. I found both of them, and then it was just like, hey, you want to go grab some food and get a beer. So like, I went and did that. And I was just sitting there, I'm like, this is nice. Like just being like a civilian, like
a civilian.
I want to call it. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like, that's something I do look forward to, is just, not worrying about, forcing all these meals. And if I just want to go out and I want to grab like a fucking rack of ribs and just eat it, like I'm going to do it,
Yeah, for sure.
Whatever. I get asked this question, not super frequently because no one fucking cares, but it does come up more often than other questions. And the person I always point to as like my goal, like if I had a goal in this, is Ian. Because he just like, he said, I'm good. Like I'm fulfilled. I did what I needed to do. And maybe he comes back. Maybe he doesn't. I don't know. He obviously still has some of the bug in him because he's getting bigger again, but we may never see him on stage again. And that's cool. But he just said, I'm good. Right. And my only fear is getting to the end of this and not being good and thinking, fuck, I'm not fulfilled. I didn't get what I wanted out of this. It didn't give me enough back. I gave it too much. Any flavor of that is gonna fucking kill me.
I think we'll know when that time comes. I mean, like,
that's the other part, is like, because we see it all the time, right? It's like a lot of guys don't know when that time has come, when it's time to hang it up. And I think I think a lot of bodybuilding suffers from having too many yes men around them. I know I personally don't. Like, I know I have people in my corner that will say, "Hey, dude, you're done. Like, it's time to call it." But a lot of people don't, and that's where I think it's worse. Because now, you talk about, Chris, like, if you're going to train, you're going to go all out. Well, shit, if I'm going to bodybuild, I'm doing this to win, but now I physically can't. And the one thing about this sport, it's maybe similar to football and boxing and MMA, is that there's a very real health risk to doing this long term, right? And at what point, especially if you're a husband or a wife or a father or a mother or uncle, aunt, whatever, at what point does the trade-off, does the risk-reward ratio no longer work for you?
Yeah.
And that question's obviously different for everybody, because we all have different genetics. We're all in much different places, age, time we've been doing this, how much further we have to go to get there, etc. But there's a lot of considerations that go into that. And I just hope when I get there that, one, I know when it is, and two, that I'm happy with the decision.
Yeah.
Because there's definitely things in my life, athletic wise, that I wish I had gotten more out of. And it's a shitty feeling.
Yeah.
It is. That's one of my biggest fears, is just having regrets. And what you were saying, it's like when you said the word fulfillment, that is the word I always use. When I walk away, I want to be fulfilled for what I did. And I told I remember I talked to Jacoby sometime maybe last year, maybe it was end of 2024, but I said, hey, I know I'm not like a spring chicken, but I'm still growing, still getting stronger, still improving. My body's doing very well. I'm like, if at any point you notice that I'm regressing, fucking tell me. I'm like, promise me that you will tell me. And he's like, okay, man.
I agree. I think that's a very important one. When something starts to regress, I hope that there's real enough people around me to say, hey, Mike, it's like you said, Mike, it's time. Like, it is what it is. Like, you did what you could. Like, let's pivot out of this. I think one thing that also scares me is, just like all of us, I am an extremist, right? I was an extremist with basketball prior to this. I am an extremist with bodybuilding. I hope when I step away, whatever hobby I get or whatever takes place, I'm mature enough to not become an extremist. And that's something that worries me too.
Yeah.
Is I don't want post bodybuilding to be another 15 years of being obsessed and extreme about something that maybe isn't as physically taxing, but
it's going to be bass fishing.
I don't want to ruin the things I love.
Dude, it's funny you say that, Mike, because, like, I don't know. So at some point last year, my wife was like talking about, doing like, because she's done like Muay Thai stuff, and like I just was, that'd be probably fun to do, because with my wrestling background, I've always wanted to get into like striking and stuff like that too. And she's like, "Oh, you should just go one day." And I looked at her, I literally go, "I can't."
Yeah.
And she goes, "What do you mean?" I'm like, I know for 1,000% fact, if I go and step foot into a gym to start doing like Muay Thai stuff, I am going to become so obsessive about doing it and getting better and trying to compete and win that it will become everything I do. And she's like, I don't think that. I was like, no. I know me.
Yeah.
And that will be everything I put myself into. I was like, maybe one day I was like, but like right now, no fucking way. Like,
now add getting hit in the face to your extreme mental state and see what happens.
Yeah, right. Because like I already, like, if even like right now, like if I'm playing around with like kids and like we're playing around, like I get an elbow to the face, I'm already like, whoa, like,
body slams this kid.
Yeah.
Oh, like I've thought about it numerous times, of course.
there's nothing like
I even with wrestling, like you get hit in the face, it's like, okay, let's fucking, now you're getting slammed.
Yeah.
And I love that. I loved wrestling for like the contact part of it. I fucking loved it because you could just kind of hurt people legally. But I know if I got into like fighting sports, like I would really dive in, and I'm trying to like not do that. Like bodybuilding and powerlifting, like we're good. We can sit there and be fine for quite a while. Like in my head, like I still have quite a long time I can do this and focus on this and be obsessed with it. Because
nothing like following up 15 years of body toxicity with 10 years of CTE and shots to the head.
Hey, exactly.
Look at him. He's ready to go. Brandon's ready to go right now.
I did Muay Thai for 2 years when I was younger, and it was excellent. I only stopped because between all the other shit my sister and I were doing, my parents like, look, something's got to go here.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
I did one jiu-jitsu class, probably that was a long time ago, probably 7 or 8 years ago, and that was super fun. And I told myself, like, when bodybuilding is done, that's probably a direction I'll go in, because I don't know about you guys, but like golf probably isn't going to cut it.
Yeah.
Right. Like it's
yeah.
But like, you know, along those lines, the same reason I stopped playing men's league or pickup sports was because, like, one, I can't go to work with a broken ankle tomorrow.
Yep.
Number one.
Yeah.
And number two, when you get into these like men's league and later life athletic stuff, you get a bunch of like JV heroes trying to relive high school and be what they weren't back then. And like, I'm trying to go home and like sit on the couch tonight and enjoy myself. Like, right. Like, we can compete while we're here, but there shouldn't be some lasting impact from doing this with you. And I'm not going to get into this like wrestling match on a soccer field or a basketball court.
Yeah.
It's not that serious. So like that part of it scares me too. Cause like you said, Rance, like, yeah, this is bodybuilding's intense and it's physical, but it's also isolated and it's relatively safe. And it's really only physical for us while we're doing it. And then we can go home and just eat and sit on our ass.
Yeah.
The rest of it's different.
Yep.
I told you guys before, I think I'm gonna go back and play table tennis when I'm done, because that's something I really, really miss.
Yeah. Well,
I really miss.
We'll all be there watching.
Absolutely.
It's just so fast paced. Like, I loved how fucking fast it was.
Yeah.
Like, it's just
he is a legit Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
I play like that. I really did. You know, I haven't played since 2009. I miss it.
I think an important thing too is, like, at least for me, whatever I do get into, it needs to be not so physical, because these joints have so much wear and tear. I don't think I could go play in a men's league even when I downsize. I don't think my body can hold up. And I have to like mentally check myself about that all the time. Like, when this is over, you're not going back to playing men's league basketball. That's not happening either. It needs to be like, I need to get into like creative writing, or, you know, like something completely different than what me through 12 to 40 did. Like, I need to completely go into a new realm.
You know what I like doing now, Mike? And I do this all the time. I'm going to do it tonight when I get off this. I like just fucking walking in the woods. Just by myself or with my dog. It doesn't matter if it's like pitch black out. I'm just lurking in the woods, you know, looking at owls. I was trying to hunt down a pack of coyotes the other night that I could hear howling around. Like, I was following deer. Like, I just love it out there.
All right, Cinder or Snow White, cool it.
Oh shit!
I would like to get into like blacksmithing stuff, man.
That's
Dude,
cool.
yeah.
That's cool as fuck.
You watch
So I
Forge and Fire?
Absolutely.
Yeah. I actually built a fully working blacksmith shop.
No
Did
shit.
Yeah, so like I'm an Eagle Scout, and like for my Eagle Scout project, like I built a fully working blacksmith shop for the Townament Hills Historical Society. Like, I did a blacksmithing merit badge like in summer camp one year, and like I fucking loved it. It was so cool. And like I'm still like still intrigued with that shit like constantly. I watch, you know, knife making stuff, and like love watching people work with Damascus. And like, I don't know, I think like later down the road, I'm really not able to physically do too much. Like, trying to make cool shit with like Damascus steel seems like it'd be something really cool to do.
Hell yeah!
I have a sweet Damascus straight razor.
Ooh,
It's
nice.
so sweet.
Is that how you get that head so shiny?
No. I use something different. Yeah. I don't trust myself with that thing on my head. I'll use it on my beard and stuff, but not my head.
Yeah. So I came across a post, and this is why I need to stay off social media because they all fucking piss me off. But it was this guy basically talking about, right, like how Nick Walker doesn't train super hard or heavy, and look at his physique.
Oh God.
Who was it?
I don't remember his name. I really don't know. But I had to comment.
I'm pretty sure I saw it.
Yeah. And like, I don't think that was necessarily the point he was trying to make, but that's what everybody's going to take away from that post, right?
Because it's clipped intentionally to do that to you, to get you to watch it. And that's why social media fucking sucks. It's 15 seconds of a 2-minute clip.
Correct.
Assuming the intention was to be genuine, right?
Yeah.
Because a lot of these motherfuckers are just doing shit for clickbait. But I'm pretty sure we saw the same reel.
Yeah.
And especially for guys that have been in the sport, like the old timers that have been doing this for a while. Most of the guys that run the social media outlets or the old retired pros, like, you guys know better than this. Stop spreading this bullshit. Stop opening this door. Because if you followed Nick for any of his career, aside from the last 3 or 4 years, Nick was moving more weight in the gym than literally anybody you've ever seen on camera besides like fucking Ronnie. Right? Like,
dude, Nick was incline pressing like 225-pound dumbbells, like incline pressing, like not in a Smith machine, like incline pressing like 495 for reps.
Yeah.
He was a fucking powerhouse unit. He built tons of size, and then look, he changed his training, and he's gotten even better.
Well, this is my point. Is like, I have a client and he messages me because he loves Nick Walker, and he's like, I see Nick Walker doing such and such movement, and it's moving kind of slow, and like, so I'm incorporating that. And I don't know how many times I've stated this. Please go back, like we just said, and watch Nick Walker from 5 years ago. This physique was not built on the style of training he's doing now.
Nope.
And I hate the narrative that these pages are running with, that pro level size can be built off of what these maxed out pros are currently doing.
I don't know.
It's way easier to maintain it than it is to build it.
And it goes for everything. It's not just the training, but like
it's the eating too.
Compton's obviously part of Condemn, right? So him and I converse quite a bit. So I see a bunch of his posts, and he gets shit all the time. People saying he's still on a bunch of gear, and I'm like, no, dude. He used to be 280, and now he's 225. It doesn't take much to keep that tissue on when you've already built it. It doesn't matter if it's food, doesn't matter if it's training, doesn't matter if it's gear. Once you've built it, it stays there a hell of a lot easier than getting it on in the first place. And I don't know what the particular goal is behind guys who fucking know better saying shit like training is the least important aspect of the three to get big. I don't know what the crusade is about, because it's bullshit. The only people that have gotten huge off of not training intensely are so genetically elite they should not even be in the conversation, right? Like, you don't look at fucking Flex Wheeler or Sean Ray or any of the biggest names ever, even Phil Heath. I'm not saying they didn't train hard, but there's levels to this, and they did not train to what most of us here consider hard. Correct. Because they didn't need to. And I'll tell you straight away, I tell it to everybody. Everyone's like, oh man, you're strong as fuck. I wish I wasn't. I wish I could pick up pink dumbbells and grow to 300 pounds. Those guys can, and that's why they're better than me. And that's why Jay is walking around with no injuries. Look at Jay versus Ronnie, right?
Mm-hmm. I was just about to say, Jay Cutler didn't he trained heavy at times, but I've trained with Jay before, and it was 3 of us training. I would do a set, Jay would do a set, the other guy would do a set, Jay would do a set, and then I'd be back doing a set again. He would train so short rest periods. It was crazy. His muscular endurance was just unreal, But then you look at stuff like that. You look at Kevin Levrone, like curling 100-pound dumbbells.
Right.
And benching 500 pounds at like 4 a.m. Marcus Rule fucking moved a shit ton of weight. You know what I mean? Branch, Ronnie, Johnny Jackson, like all those guys. Nasser, like that guy was strong as hell.
Yeah. I always tell guys, like, dude, if you want to watch somebody who's training what I would call in the capacity that most need to train to get big, don't watch the guys who win the O. Don't watch the guys who win multiple shows.
Because they're
Go watch those mid-tier guys that are trying to work to the top. Follow what those guys are doing, because that's what you're going to have to do. You are not going to be the 25-pound curls and your arms grow to 23 inches. You're not that guy.
I have a question for you, Mike Condell. I mean, because like you and I are both very, very strong, right? Now, I enjoy training.
Yeah, I gotta head out, guys.
Okay. Hi, Ransom. Good to
Later.
see you. I was gonna say, like,
Fiona, come here.
Cameo.
All right, let's go up there with you. I want to come up with you.
Go have a tea party. Tea time. Bye, guys. I was gonna say, Mike, like I enjoy training heavy and pushing myself, and the way I view it, it's like I feel like that was a gift. That was like a genetic gift that I got. I want to do it as long as I can because I know at some point I won't be able to anymore. And I want to look back and be like, oh yeah, I fucking trained balls to the wall for decades. Like, do you feel the same way, or do you have like a different thought on that?
I'm mostly the same. But obviously, I take a lot of pride in the fact that I train really, really fucking hard, and I'm really, really strong. Yeah. Those two things are not independent, by the way. Those things are because of each other, right? Like I'm strong because I train hard, and I got stronger because I train hard.
Synergy.
Would I trade that for being able to grow on volume, just like from a health standpoint? Absolutely, I would do it.
Yeah, I would too.
Right?
I agree with you on that for sure.
Even if just for the ease of training. Because like, you know, you saw me, I posted some of my leg day clips, and like throwing 2 plates on the prime adductor, sometimes it sticks, and that's just annoying as fuck. Right. Because now like I'm doing things to machines they can handle it, but they're really not meant to do. Like I'm maxing out that new tech incline press. Things just get more difficult the stronger you get, but I've just never grown this way on anything else. And you can't count the first 2 or 3 years, right? Because you can grow doing fucking anything. If you're even remotely built for this, you'll grow doing anything for even your first 5 years, right? And if you're not growing, maybe think about that. But it doesn't last, and you got to find what works for you. And the reason I default to this training, and the reason I've stayed with it, and the reason most of my clients train this way, very few outliers, is that I know it works. And if we can get away with less, if I can dial you back and you can use less weight and do more volume and make it easier, it's like fantastic. That's great. But the number of people that can do that is like this fucking small, right? The guys you're trying to copy, to Mike's point, the guys you're trying to copy are the smallest margin, the 1% of the 1%. And not only that, but you're seeing them 10, 15 years into their career where like Nick's already 300 pounds at 5'7", 5'8". Nick doesn't need 20 more pounds of tissue. Nick needs refinement and to keep his waist down, which most guys are doing when they're at 300 pounds, right? Like Andrew doesn't need 25 more pounds of tissue. Andrew just needs to get just minutely better. And for the most part, that's what you see at the top end of the pro ranks, what you see with the guys that rise to the top of the amateur ranks or get to a pro card fast. Those are the outliers, and you shouldn't be looking to do what the outliers are doing because it's probably not going to work for you.
Yeah. Agreed. That's all the questions I have. There were 3.
We didn't get any more. There were a bunch on that on the Talkin Mess.
Was there?
Yeah, hold on. Some kid dropped like a bunch of them. I'm gonna pull it up really quick.
Yeah, he asked who could squat 405 more, and since I have one working knee right now, I'm out of the conversation completely.
Well, it's either Chris or Ranson, so
yeah.
I did 405 years ago for I think 32 or 33 reps.
God,
and I literally blacked out into the squat rack.
This one's a good one.
Yeah.
4 hours to complete all 3 for 50 million. 225 for 50 reps. A 6-foot-long cheese steak, and 12 cans of whatever alcoholic beverage.
Oh, the only challenge I have is the cheesesteak. The rest of that's
same. Yeah, everything else is super easy. That 6-foot cheesecake.
6-foot cheesesteak. I don't even like cheesesteaks that much. They're good, but I don't love them.
Can I blast like 5 milligrams of GHRP6 before? You know?
For 50 mil though, for $50 million, I could probably get that done.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you doing for the beverage of choice? It's the alcoholic beverage.
In that challenge, light beer.
Light beer. Yeah.
It'd be like natty ice.
Or maybe, you know what? Maybe even some like shitty ass wine. Something easy to drink.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. 6 cans of cheap wine. Oh, my head. My head would hurt.
It's all about the volume, man. The day you could 50 million will fix the day after.
Honestly,
Yes,
I'm gonna shotgun White Claws.
That's not bad.
Just gonna shotgun White Claws. and
then some good questions here.
Favorite posing routine you've ever seen?
Terrence.
Kai.
Yeah.
Oh, Kai's good. Yeah, Kai's a good one.
I love Kai.
Yeah. I just when it comes to posing, man, like I know classic has made it like the thing, right? Like everyone wants to be classic and thinks they can do it, but I'm gonna be real with y'all. Most of y'all look cheesy as fuck.
Yes.
Right.
Too much windmill movements.
Every single movement Terrence does is
fluid,
perfect, and it's for a reason, and it's rehearsed. There's no mistakes. It's musical. It's theatrical. I'm honestly, I think probably top 3 all time for me is in no particular order: Kai, Lee, and Terrence. I think those are the 3 best poses we've ever seen on a stage. And to be honest, I think Terrence is the only one today doing it that's doing it for the art form and not for the sake of being classic. Now, Mike had a good routine at the Arnold. I'll give him that. But the shit that Terrence does, like a 2 or 3 minute clips, the way they're produced, it's just insane.
Yeah. You know, I'll give a shout out to, I think is a fantastic poser in women's bodybuilding, Angela Yo. She was second in 2024 in the Miss Olympia, and I think she was 4th this year. But she is top notch, fantastic.
And we could use so much more of it in the open and 212 classes. I really wish guys would pick it up instead of just doing this like 8 most muscular stomping around stage all the time. Granted, we're not as pretty as the classic guys, but
does it bother anybody else when guys do this?
I'm like, what are you doing?
What about with the finger?
Yeah.
Or this?
Yeah.
You know, I always thought it was cheesy as fuck.
Mike's going to do it in his next show.
I always thought it was cheesy as fuck until
he did it.
What show was it? It was the second time I did Chisel down here. Not that I'm a big name or that people know me, but it was my second time doing that show, and it's Florida, so I'm local. And like when I came out for the first time in my career, like people kind of knew who I was. So I heard some noise, and like that gets to you, dude. That's like a fucking infectious.
Yeah.
Like, absolutely. Fuck yeah. Right. So I gave them the little pump them up thing, and it felt fucking great because they responded. Now guys overuse the fuck out of that. It's like, dude, if nobody's cheering, just do your shit. Right? Like,
Mike, what you just told me is I'm just not good enough yet. And once I am, I'll like it.
I remember when I did the Long Island Championships, when it was basically me and Giovanni, John Effer, the lad, you know, we were in the pose down. He was getting a little loud. So I'm like, all right, fuck this dude. I'm gonna get loud too. So me and him were just hitting like lat spreads and shit, just screaming at each other. Like, like friendly, of course. But during the pose down, like we were going nuts. And that was like the first time I've actually ever done something like that. I'm usually not the type of guy that's like, oh, you know, but I was having fun. Because I mean, I knew I wasn't gonna beat him, but I was definitely gonna have fun up there.
Yeah, for sure. So. Yeah. I feel maybe I'm just a hater, but I feel like, you know, every time I watch these pro shows, there's always at least 50% of guys are always like,
let's go. Can we? Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. You know how awkward it is when someone does that and all you hear is this?
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I'm saying, right? If they're not already cheering, it's cringe as fuck.
Yeah, just like you said, Mike. If you're like especially if you're a hometown guy and the crowd's going nuts. I expect that person to fucking like get amped up. I'm sure, dude, the adrenaline was probably fucking running right through you when that shit took place.
And like, to be honest, not that I like this like phrase, but like, if you have it, like if you got some aura, some juice, you can pull that shit off, right? Like, are any of us telling Nick Walker not to do that? No, because every time he does that, one,
Absolutely
he always
not.
shows up and he looks good, and two, everybody goes fucking nuts. So like,
Absolutely.
Nick, do that every time you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
Well,
You're not wrong because
Bonnie Coleman would come out on stage and he'd be doing this.
Yeah. You're right. You're absolutely right, Mike. At New York Pro last year, Nick did his little.
He did,
and I screamed like a woman. I was like, "Oh, so it works."
I can tell you this though: if I'm ever at like a national qualifier or a national show, and I know I have my pro card and I'm in like a pose down over, I'm definitely going to be doing that because I'm at that point. You can't tell me shit. I'm excited as hell to be up there.
Oh, dude, the overall pose down at Nats is a blast. Like at that point, you know you're all getting your card anyway, so now it's just fun, right?
Yeah,
exactly. And that was kind of the hardest part for me about. Not to bring up old stuff, but the hardest part for me, like thinking about it, of the Arnold, Ohio, is like that should be fun as fuck. Like the end of the show should be a blast. It should just be fun, right? And like it should be over by that point. Whatever was going on should be done. It's all settled. Go out there and have a blast, because like not only should it be fun for you, but the fans should enjoy it too. And like every single show I've done, I've not known somebody well, but known someone well enough, and like we're always, at some point hitting the most musculars facing each other, and like that is bodybuilding for me. Like, yeah, that stuff needs to be front and center, and I think it benefits everybody, including the fans, when we are just having a good time on stage.
I agree.
Yeah, because the fans can see when you're not having a good time, and it's just
yeah.
Well, me and Mike want to fucking see that shit come New York, Mike.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do.
Dude, I don't know what's going on this year. Have you guys seen anyone doing New York? I don't, not just 212. I mean, anybody.
No,
I don't know. It's really weird.
Yeah. You think people are just going to jump in?
Nick's not doing it.
Nick, I think Nick's probably done for the season, which I think is a great move for him.
So he's not going to do the Olympia, or is he qualified?
He's not qualified, so he could potentially just take the year off. But there's a lot. We can talk about that. We've mentioned Nick like 9 times already in this podcast for like no specific reason. This classic guy's doing it, but like normally New York's one of the biggest shows of the year. There's normally guys coming out of the woodwork, right, on all these bodybuilders without borders and whatever else. And I just don't see it.
Is the only one that I know of for open, at least, like that's doing it. And then somebody else was doing it. I can't remember who else was doing it, but like I haven't heard anything from like any other divisions. I know One Punch is doing classic,
right?
But like other than that, it's been really quiet about New York.
Yeah, and we're only 5.5 weeks out. Like we're close. Like if you're getting ready, you should be getting ready.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's a weird season.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's just going to be like probably more so backloaded, especially in the open. Like I think people are just going to wait till later on in the season.
By the time we get to those
Tampa, Texas,
Atlanta, Texas, I mean, those shows are going to be 30 plus guys every fucking show. Yeah.
I can see why. I mean, like, do you think it was a strategic move on like Jordan's part that he jumped into Italy rather than doing Texas and Tampa?
Yeah, it's going to be a fucking gauntlet, dude. It's going to be a gauntlet.
Yeah. I think it's a smart move.
I mean, at that time frame, right? Because I the guys I've seen that aren't ready but are starting preps, like Quint, Joe, Jordan, kind of the mid, I would say second or third call out guys right now are like all kind of, they're not in prep, they're just starting it, so they're all aiming for late season shows, which means there's a lot of good guys that aren't going to make it to the O this year, probably more than most years.
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, strange year, like you said, strange year so far.
Yeah, it's kind of eerie. I don't know. I mean, I'm not somebody who likes the hype train of like every single fucking guy on a social media page being amped up as like the next coming of Jesus because they're doing XYZ show, but it's just abnormal at this point.
Yeah, I agree. Well, fellas, This was a fun episode. I very much enjoyed this one.
Yeah, this one was good.
Yeah.
There were some good questions on that post. So we're gonna have to put up a
Yes.
post every week because those are good. And 2, if we didn't get to your question, we'll try to get to it next week because we don't want to cast out your participation. We appreciate it.
100%. Very well said.
Agreed.
Keep me on top of that type of stuff, guys, because I am a horrible operator of a podcast. I shoot from the hip with everything, and everything's improvised. And so bringing some cohesiveness to this is great.
That's good. That's why I threw that post up earlier, because I think we haven't done one in a while. So I think he was good.
Yep. Yeah,
and
absolutely.
we'll feed off it, and I'll put up a post every week.
Hell yeah.
We'll just go from there.
Sounds good to me.
All right, boys.
All right,
Nice to
fellas.
see you all
All right,
again.
gents.
Good
Catch
night.
you. Have a good night.
Take care. Good night.
Peace.
See ya.